Last episode was the moment I realized Stardew Valley is not as cozy and simple as it looks. So going into days 9 and 10, I told myself, okay, no more mistakes, no more chaos. Today I'm going to be smart. Yeah, that did not happen. If anything, these 2 days were even worse. Wrong gifts, wrong people, more horseradish problem, job after job, and one absolutely humiliating moment that I still can't believe happened. But somehow, in the middle of all this disaster, I finally got my first love gift reaction in the entire playthrough. So sit back because day 9 and 10 have everything: pain, confusion, accidental sabotage, and one tiny victory that kept me going. Let's get into it. Day 9 starts with me doing my usual morning chores. But today I woke up with a very specific plan in mind. Not farming, not mining, not fishing. No, today I had one mission. Finally give away my precious gemstones. The topaz, the amethyst, the shiny things I've been hoarding like a raccoon. I don't know who's going to like them, I don't know who's going to hate them, but today somebody is getting a rock. So I water the crops, pet the chickens like a responsible farmer, and head out into Pelican Town to begin my quest. And right away, boom, there's a quest on the board. Someone needs a wild horseradish, and of course, it's for Linus. Yeah, if you remember, horseradish again. The same cursed ingredient that tormented me in the last episode. Well, I talked to a couple of villagers, and then I ran into Holly, and I say hi, and right next to her, like fate, there's a daffodil growing on the ground, a perfect gift, her favorite thing, no? So obviously I picked it up, give it to her immediately, and hope that maybe, finally, I got a heart. Spoiler, no. Zero. Still nothing. She likes it, but apparently liking a gift doesn't mean liking me yet. But it gets worse. I find another daffodil and I run straight back to her. And then, what I discover is that you can't give two gifts on the same day. Well, that was pain. After that emotional damage, I finally visit the museum for the first time. Gunther is there staring at his empty shelves like he's just waiting for someone to take a pity on him. But I'm not donating my precious gemstones. No, 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 no. Those are reserved for noble experiments. So instead, I decided to gamble. I go straight to the blacksmith and break open the 6 geodes I've been keeping. The results? Well, 6 copper, 1 clay, 1 celestine, 1 coal, and 2 or 3 stones, I don't remember. Basically, I paid money to receive almost garbage, but hey, I got the celestine, so I donated that to the museum and got 250 golds back. Technically, a profit? Technically. While wandering around town, I also discovered something new. Apparently, Tuesday is the day where all the ladies of Pelican Town go to yoga or Zumba or synchronized stretching in Pierre's stores. I don't know what they're doing, but it's definitely look like a cult. Anyway, back to my quest. I need a horseradish for Linus, so I'm running around the map looking for one, and on my way I passed by the lake, and I see someone. I see Leah. And this is it. This is the moment. I decide to finally give her the topaz. Her reaction? I guess everyone have different tastes. Different tastes? Leah, it's a gemstone. A real gemstone. You carve sculptures for a living. How do you not like shiny rocks? Well, at this point, I genuinely feel like I'm giving the wrong gifts to the wrong people on purpose. Like I'm being pranked by the universe or something. But luckily, right after that disappointing interaction, I do find a wild horseradish. Quest saved. Or so I thought. Now, here is where things go very wrong. In my head, I suddenly confuse Linus with Lewis. Don't ask me how. They start with the L, so it's the same, no? My brain just decided they were the same person. So I walked into Lewis' house, triggering a cutscene about the price ticket machine, but that's not important. And then, without thinking, I gave him the horseradish. His reaction is, well, I guess it's the thought that counts. Yeah, well, not terrible, but absolutely the wrong person. And the worst part? I instantly realized I just threw away the hard-earned horseradish I needed for the actual quest. Again. Luckily, after running around in shame, I managed to find another horseradish, this time close to the Linus tent, finally. At 9:20 p.m., I delivered the quest item to the right person. Quest complete. 150 gold earned, and honestly, I felt kinda bad taking money from Linus. Pretty sure he needed those 150 golds more than I ever will. I'll definitely bring him something useful in the future, once I figure out, obviously, what he actually likes. Before ending the day, I wandered back into town and triggered another cutscene. Linus digging through the trash. He asks if I think it's wrong, and honestly, but no. Who's going to waste in a shame? He's not hurting anyone, so I'll tell him exactly that. Finally, I head to the community center one last time and drop a potato into the bundle. And with that, day 9 comes to an end. And my takeaways for that day is simple. I need to stop throwing away horseradish, and I really need to learn what people actually like in this town. Day 10 starts with something I was actually looking forward to. Rain. No watering, no stress, just pure cozy, rainy Stardew Valley atmosphere. I thought perfect day for fishing. But before heading out, I checked the TV, because apparently that's the only thing in the universe that tells me about my fortune, so for once, the spirits are very happy. Good luck. Good fishing, I thought. Perfect. I also learned a new recipe, stir fry, which is great, except I still have no idea how to cook anything. Pretty sure step 1 is own an actual kitchen, which I don't, so we're shelving that for later. I step outside and, oh, finally, my tulips have bloomed. They look amazing, so obviously I pick them immediately. Then I do my usual morning routine, say hi to the chickens, grab the eggs, but faster this time, thanks to the rain. Then I pack my inventory for today's mission. I take my amethyst, the daffodils, and one tulip. Because yes, even while we're trying to catch a catfish today, I must be emotionally prepared to give people gifts. This is real life multitasking. Well, then my first fishing spot is the little lake near the farm. I cast my line and my very first catch of the day is a Joja Cola. Not exactly the prestigious fish I was hoping for, so I moved to the river. On the way south, I find this abandoned house. It looks eerie, so what do? Of course, I knock on the door like an idiot. Obviously, nobody answers. It's abandoned, but I still try. Then I start fishing next to it and instantly lose my first real fish. Obviously. Terrible start, but after that it becomes the festival of chubs. Chub, 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 every cast. I'm basically being bullied by one of the most boring fish in the game. So I decide to change location again and head towards the beach. On the way, I find a huge patch of spring onions and grab them all. And near that area, I discover a cave entrance, something like that, with a strange stone tablet in front of it. I'm like, what's that? I clicked on it and nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. I have no idea what is it, but I'm pretending I wasn't disappointed. When I pass through Pelican Town, I see someone. I see Abigail. And now my brain starts doing that gift logic I was talking to you guys. Again, purple hair, purple gemstone. It worked in my head with Leah, and that went terribly wrong. But Abigail, this might actually make sense, you know? And finally, someone reacts the right way. Wow, it's just my color. Thanks, Studulski. Yes, a loved gift. A real loved gift. I felt like I solved a puzzle I didn't even know existed. Best moment of the day. And after that victory, before going to the beach, I stopped to the community center to check the fish bundles. And of course, none of the chubs I got was useful. Classic. Then I try to make things right with Leah. After yesterday's Topaz disaster, I try to give her one of my tulips, one of my loved tulips. And yes, she actually likes it. Redemption arc complete. At the beach, I ran into a strange guy. The old mariner. He's holding a weird amulet and tells me that I'm not ready. Not ready? Not ready for what? Ready emotionally? Ready spiritually? Financially? I have no idea what he means. So I just walk away slowly. I spend the rest of the day fishing. Not many exciting catches, but enough to fill my inventory, you know? Before heading home, I drop 2 fish at the community center. I missed the clam because I'm clearly blind. Sell the rest and check my energy. It's still early, you know? I am feeling ambitious. So I go back to the river, just a couple more catches, and immediately catch another chub. Of course. I look at the time and suddenly it's 1 a.m. Absolute panic. Panic. I sprint home before I collapse in the mud, jump into bed and end the day. With my sanity barely intact, but today I learned 3 important things. 1. Fishing in the rain is chaotic but fun. 2. Abigail absolutely loves amethysts. And 3. I finally redeem myself with Leah. Not a bad day 10.